What is happening? Are you finding yourself asking the question, what the heck is happening? You know, the energies have been very strong. We've been discussing that on this channel in the past week. And you might be experiencing bodily changes and a very powerful ringing in the ears. And if you are experiencing ringing in the ears, you could comment that down below. You know, I've been sharing about this for years, and many people that go on the true ascension journey, they are going to experience ringing in the ears. And when it's not so new to you, you kind of know what the ringing is kind of like. And then all of a sudden, it's maybe a different tone. Maybe it's accompanied by pressure. Okay, a lot of people are writing it live in the comment section right now that they're experiencing ringing in the ears. So, and again, if you're live, if you're on the replay, please comment that down below as we continue through this message. Are you experiencing ringing in the ears? Write about what you're experiencing. Is it the very first time? Maybe you don't normally have ringing in the ears. Maybe you went through maybe a spiritual awakening, and you do have ringing in the ears, and all of a sudden it's different, or it's you know, maybe popping and you know, so loud. You know, maybe it could be a certain level of volume that you hear the ringing. Or your perception of it. And we're kind of perceiving energy. You know, a lot of the terms or like how can we explain it, you know, using everyday life terms. But we're perceiving energy. The ringing is a very powerful sign of the changes that are going on. Dawn writes a lot of crying. You know, I know this as well. A lot of people are dealing with it's very difficult, the energy that we're in the past week. It's almost like one last reminder, one last you know, kick in the bum. A lot of us, you know, we're kind of you know, loving creatures, and we're kind of caused to you know, kind of close up, seal up the border, seal up because it's been so chaotic. And then you kind of open yourself up and you get like jabbed right in the heart again. There it is again. So a lot of these things, they're really trying to rattle us. The onslaught brings out the best in us. And there's a lot of powerful changes that are occurring right now. And let's get the show on the road. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. And if you are joining us right now, could you kindly click that like button? It will allow others to know that we're live. We could get that notification out to people. Once again, some people say, oh, I didn't get your videos. Well, you know, I'm very grateful if everyone shares, because these are like real things that people are dealing with right now. And the more that, you know, I've shared this over the years, dealing with ascension symptoms, talking to people that are having the same experience, even if they're on a different continent, it's one of the most you know, powerful things. And even when I feel it, and you know, I do have a small handful of friends. You might be on the spiritual awakening journey, and then all of a sudden you have 0 friends, you have no relationship. Is that you? You should watch my video on this. Your whole frequency is changing, and you can't be fit into the matrix. So, you know, sometimes I discuss with the few friends that I have, and and they're feeling it as well, and it almost gives you a little bit of comfort. So share this video to other people. They give them comfort. All right. So the ringing in the ears, different sounds are coming through. So yesterday on my journey, I actually fell asleep 3 times, and it was like such a powerful change. So our physical vessels are changing, and when we are changing at an energetic cellular level, the external reality, we have to change. We're broadcasting a signal Okay, so we are going to change, and then our outer world is changing. As we're changing and upgrading, it ain't so easy, kid. So I actually fell asleep 3 times yesterday. And the first time was I was laying out, still a little cold, but there was 0 clouds. So if you kind of sit still and you're in the direct sunlight, it's not too bad. And I needed it, and I'm cold to ground, and you might be cold to ground, and if you're blessed to have the sun without all those straight liney clouds, some of you know what I'm talking about, you could lay in the sun, and I did that yesterday, and I've shared this before. When you lay out in the sun, and then all of a sudden you just pass out, so I was laying in the med bed, nature's med bed, and I just passed out, and my body was shaking a little bit, like vibrating, and I just naturally, because I was laying on my stomach, I kind of took my hands and I actually put them on my like underneath me, because I'm laying down, and like they were like where my stomach was, and as I was kind of like passing out, I could feel like my body almost shaking a little bit. And a lot of people are feeling this shaking. If you're feeling the shaking or like a vibration, you could even feel it through your legs. Leave these comments so others, see this. And it's funny. So naturally, I just put it over the stomach region. And one of the things that we must get right now is the healing for this solar plexus chakra region. Your solar plexus, you could get the yellows going. Embrace the yellows. Do you love the yellow? Do you love this yellow shirt? You have to embrace the yellows, the golds. You have to embrace it right now, because we have to heal. This is a powerful section. And a lot of us took on a lot of damage, all right? So, over the past few years, we took on the damage. Why did we take on the damage, Uncle Mike? Oh, well, Light Warrior, we had a lot of anxiety, and it hits us in the solar plexus region. And what is anxiety? It's fear of the future. And we were living our everyday lives, and all of a sudden, all these crazy things started happening. The way of the world changed. People started acting weird, right? And you weren't feeling safe. It's time to feel safe again. You could write that down as well. It's time to feel safe again. So we really got to get this solar plexus region has to be healed. We got to get it right, and we got to get it right now. Because that season is over, but that lingering continues until we have it thoroughly healed. You have to ask yourself questions. You have to take ownership of this, okay? So when we're going through these changes, and you might feel very tired. I've been sharing about tired and wired. Have you had that experience of tired and wired? All of a sudden you're exhausted, then like later in the day you're like ball of energy. Then you're tired again. We are taking in fractals. Lost fractals of our essence. So in the failing modern world, do you know about the failing? It's failing, you could write it down, failing modern world. We don't need that fake modern, we're getting back to the basics. We're getting back to nature. You got to embrace these energies. We're getting back to nature. We're getting back to the proper way. We're getting back to being great again. Not this nonsense of the quote unquote modern era. All you have to do is, if you're awake and aware, Robert writes, the Department of Education is failing. I remembered them. Yeah. Some people stood up against them when tyranny came out in 2021. I was one of those people. Yeah. If that resonates with you, please click the subscribe button. I'll teach you how to be a lighthouse. I'll teach you how to have faith in God. You could lose millions of dollars. You could lose your health insurance. You could lose it all, and God will replace it all. You smash the like button if that resonates. I ain't got time. I don't got time for BS systems, BS anything. I got time to build. I got time to teach. I got time to lead. When you take this lifestyle, you might find yourself alone for a period of time in the wilderness, in the isolation season. It is a failing modern world. It really is. It's failing. We retrieved lost fractals of our soul. You are complete. Again. You could write that down. I am complete again. You weren't living complete. You were living the way that the modern society told you. You need to fit in this box. Okay? We're not living that way anymore. You have to have the warrior, the light warrior motto, and you're going to have to burn fear to the ground. Burn it to the ground right now. Let the solar flash burn. Let that Holy Spirit fire that's coming in from the solar flash, you have to burn fear to the ground. You have to live your everyday life with freedom and sovereignty. And you can't live your everyday life in fear. You have to live your dream. A great dream. You were told, ready? You were told to be realistic. You were and you let me know if this is exactly what happened. You were told to be realistic. Your dreams, they're too big. Oh, you're out of your mind. Oh, you got to fit in. You were forced to shrink your dreams into this small little box. A box of limiting beliefs. Was that you? I don't got time for this. There's going to be people, some of you, you got to really, you got to study these things. You got to know about gaslighting. You got to know about gaslighting. How many narcissists does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. They use gaslighting. That's a good one, right? I love that one. There are people, there are things that are designed as part of the Matrix reality. If you never saw the Matrix documentary, you should watch it. There are literally people that are like, they worship the Matrix. They don't worship you. We live in a world where women are over-competing with men in the great words of Nikola Tesla. Are you witnessing this? This is why we have been failing as a society. We're not in the natural rhythms. You know, when you look at animals, remember, all animals are able to pick up on vibration and frequency. Analyze the lions, see how the lions act. See how the lioness acts with the Lion King. And see if that's, what's going on in the world. It's out of balance. It's out of order. And when you look at all organisms of the same species don't wake up and attack each other. And what that tells you, ready? What that tells you is coming from a spiritual aspect. A lot of you are learning that there's a spiritual warfare going on out there. Organisms of the same species don't wake up. There's always certain instances and stuff, but it's not part of life. And we're witnessing some very strange things. And when it's not part of the natural order, it has to come, that means it's coming from a spiritual sense. And I've shared this over and over again. A lot of people are not well spiritually. You got to work on your spiritual wellness. Absolutely, Lisa. A lot of people don't understand partnership. Partnership became parasitical situationships. Right? That's what we're seeing out there. A lot of people are worshiping false idols. They're not worshiping your family. You got to worship your family. You got to worship God. That's what you should be. And worship yourself. Clean yourself. Put yourself for a lot of people. It's wild. It's wild. When you are going through a true spiritual awakening, you see so many different things. Make sure your cup runneth over. When you're so powerful, then you could go out and you could help build up others. We're going to use this big giant hammer of our everyday lives, right? And we're going to build up the kingdom for others. So important, Midge. Some people are afraid of the responsibility of greatness. Once again, some people are afraid of the responsibility of greatness. If you're going through these upgrades, some people say, well, why am I going through this? But some people are numb. Not everyone's going where you're going. We know there's a big event this year. You know it. Do you know it? I love you too. Some people are afraid of the responsibility of greatness. You gotta be empowered. A lot of what you see out there is backwards. It's not the truth. It's not the authentic way. People are afraid, they're fearful of that. It comes with responsibility. A lot of people in this modern world, they don't want to take responsibility. Ain't that the truth? There's responsibility that comes with greatness. Some people are terrified of it. You need to now embrace every fractile of your soul. I'm going to be teaching things that have maybe never been heard. I'm sure there's some people out there. It's a very small amount of people. I'm teaching you things. You need to embrace every fractile of your essence. And that's what we're going to be teaching over this year. I'm not one-dimensional. I'm multi-dimensional. I'll say it again. I'm not one-dimensional. I'm multi-dimensional. That might terrify weak-minded people. Hit the like button if that's the truth. I am not one-dimensional. I am multi-dimensional. We're saying it over to break through that subconscious program. Oh, I am this. This is my identity. I have to show up in the world like this every single day because this is how I fit in the box. This is how I'm respected at work. This is how I'm respected by that loser in my relationship that's draining my battery. You need to be multidimensional. Those that watch your Uncle Mike on the screen for many years, I never bowed down to anything, and I embrace the multidimensional being that I am. I don't have to worry about gaslighters. I don't have to worry about narcissists. I don't have to worry about trolls. I stay connected to God, and when God is for you, who the heck could be against you? Absolutely nothing. These energies that are coming in, they're allowing us to embrace all of these different fractals, and you probably are feeling them coming in. It doesn't mean that you turn into a superhero overnight. It is very overwhelming. And sometimes God will give you more, you're like, I got to deal with this again? Oh, it's just a reminder. Yeah, that fire's got to rise up. We got to get the lion pride is rising up. And it's not comfortable. Sometimes you feel very uncomfortable. Charlotte writes, upgrades galore. Are you realizing there's upgrades galore? Please share this with other people that are on this journey right now. This is the time to shine. It's importance. I know this on my journey. I know what's, like a lot of people, they're, and again, when I speak, I'm not painting with a broad stroke. You might already be in your job or I like to call it vocation. But if you are worshiping system jobs that are not going to be here anymore, matrix relationships that will not last, what is coming? You have to realize that these things, you have to put your true ascension first. This is how we do it. This is the proper way. You're going to have to put your true ascension first, and everything else follows that. I'm here to tell you, no one will remember the cowards. Nobody will remember the cowards. They will remember you. Even though it doesn't seem like that is the way right now, But if you missed yesterday's lesson, it's so powerful. I'm telling you, that definition, that example of the great tsunami wave, so important, so relevant to the way God moves. You have to know how God moves. And when you're connected with God, when you're going with God and not going with the ego, you will understand the tsunami wave. Right now, you could say, and this has been going on for years, there's been a big pullback. Oh, but it's so every nook and cranny could be exposed. How many things were exposed in your everyday life? Were people in your everyday life exposed? Were ways of life or subconscious, oh, I thought this was good, and it was revealed to you, holy shift, this is the total opposite. Yeah, it's bizarro. It's the bizarro land. It's the opposite world, okay? Do you know about the bizarro world? Jeffrey Taylor, thank you so much. Michael Taylor, new empath. Hey, family. I appreciate you, Jeffrey. Thank you so much for that. Very grateful for you. You have to stay focused. You cannot lose yourself. That's the only thing that you can't afford to lose. You know, sometimes we lose money. Sometimes we lose people. The only thing you could never afford to, because we're just learning on our journey. People come and people go, right? Things come and go. What is precious is the experiences of everyday life. Though that's what you actually signed up for. You signed up for the experiences. You signed up for learning. I told you, this is the only thing that you could take with you. That's why, regardless, it doesn't matter when, it is just the way of the future. This way of life, this channel, these things, these are going to be the biggest of the big. Why is that, Uncle Mike? Oh, because your spiritual growth is the only thing that you could take with you into the Akashic records. Yeah, you can't take your Lamborghini into the Akashic records. No. Ladies, you can't take your Gucci bag into the Akashic records. No. But what you can take is your spiritual growth, because that's all you are. You are, I am not this body. I am the energy that operates this body. Remember that guy on the beach? People maybe thought he was strange years ago, right? But he's still here on YouTube. Oh, please click the subscribe button. Let's get 1 million. I am not this body. I am the energy that operates this body. And when you get that, when you live your life, you realize this. It's that subconscious program. Okay, and again, some people don't understand the importance. This is still your vessel. This has to be working and running like a well-oiled machine. It's got to be a well-oiled machine. But you're the energy that operates. You're not that physical body. You got to learn this now. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Follow your heart, and you'll be all right, kid. Remember that one? Yeah, it's true. A lot of truth in that. Legendary. How about we all write that word? 1,000 people in the comment section. Write the word legendary. Write it on your fridge if you have that little sticky thing on the fridge. Write it where you could see it. Load up this legendary. Not ordinary, legendary. I'll say it again. Not ordinary, legendary, because they wanted you to fit in. But now you're too big. Now you have every fractile of your soul, your essence. I'm embodying it. I'm showing it. I'm being the lighthouse. I don't care if people don't understand it. It is the way we're going. And once you start breaking through all of those, it's like an onion, all the different levels. Right? Or a Russian doll, right? Is bigger and bigger and bigger, right? You have to embrace all of them, all of those little Russian dolls that are inside. That's all of you. You have to embrace all of you. This is what's happening right now. That's why it's overwhelming. So when these fractals come into the body, you could be very exhausted. And then all of a sudden, bing, I'm so wired, right? How many people are feeling this, right? And I hope I'm helping you navigate through it, because it really isn't easy. And we have to really embrace it, not be afraid of it. every essence of ourself. You need it all. Why? Because you have to be well-rounded. That's what I try to show people. Again, it's made it difficult to birth what we're birthing. Let's birth our everyday lives today. It's easy to fit into that small box, as I shared earlier in the lesson, but it's actually difficult to be the most powerful, to embrace all attributes of yourself, every fractile of yourself. I'm grateful for you, Scott. I appreciate you. Natalie writes, be the best you. You got to be the best you. And the best you is actually the I could take any aspect of myself, the higher self, the inner child. I love the inner child. That's actually my favorite. It's actually easy and fun to be the inner child, right? No, but in this world, in the past few years, right, you just wanted to be loved. You wanted to have some love in your life, but you had a lot of craziness. But what it did was it activated that man, it activated that woman that's inside of you, that being that maybe your coworkers, they would gaslight you. If you know, a lot of people, they're not connected to spirituality. This was a prophecy. It's called the Hopi Blue Star prophecy. You should let's get the blues going now. You got to get that throat chakra going. Get that throat going. Get that blue star prophecy going, baby. A lot of people spiritually lost. Can't be spiritually lost. Got to be focused now. Got to be on point now. Blue star Kachina now. Solar flash now. All these things are here now. Rapture now. It's all the same. It's the same energy. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people will come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and whom, by their actions and deeds, will make the earth great again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. All the beautiful colors. And that's what I'm trying to teach you and show you, and I show up many different ways. Today, right, we're embracing the yellows. We're embracing. Got to heal that beautiful solar plexus region that you got there. Embrace the highest version of ourself. So the ringing in the ears, and this is just, it's a very apparent thing. Sometimes you say, you know, oh, I'm tired, or, you know, sometimes I talk even about the spiritual itch. Have you experienced, and you could go to the channel page, watch that full video. I'm not going to go through everything today. Spiritual itch, or maybe you get these lines that appear and then they disappear. Okay, there's changes that are going on. Have you had the lines appear and disappear, or have the spiritual itch? Okay, and there's a full video on the spiritual itch. A lot of people know about it. You have to start thinking differently. You got to get your mind. You got to get out of that matrix, that way of life. And people, I watch them. They're still going forward. They think that these things are still going to be here, and they're worried about nonsense. And they're not worried about the true feelings. You know, a lot of this is difficult for me. Yeah, I am a Cancer, and I get very emotional. And but it's very helpful. So, you know, where I am, you know, I want to do a full video on the relevance of astrology. And again, some things are irrelevant. Certain things, they are what they are. And to think about the balance and the Leo leadership. Some people say the Our Everyday, it's Leo because it's like backwards, you know. If you would like an Our Everyday Lives shirt or tremendous mug, isn't it International Women's Day? Let's support my sister, Christina. I appreciate you. I love my sister. Support your divine feminine today, however they appear in your life, right? Leave a legacy. Yeah, she's got an Etsy store. Stay empowered like the lion. And if you're a man, and again, we don't have to do everything, but if you're a man and you're getting this, there's got to be a divine feminine in your life. I know a lot of men like me, you might be lonely, but maybe you have a very powerful sister that did very powerful things, more powerful than maybe some of these weak-minded men. Oh, and she was so strong, and she stood up against tyranny just like her big brother. And I'm so honored to see an example of a true woman in a world of bullshit modern woman. You smash the like button if I'm speaking the truth. There's a lot of men that are like me that are incorruptible, and they can't be led astray. Okay, and I know you might be getting this, and you might be dealing with a difficult journey right now, but we have to get through. This is the spiritual warfare, the mind control, the possession of the Jezebel spirit that's out there. You got to know this right now. Defend your divine feminine. I put up a tremendous Facebook reel on it. You should check it out. You hit me up on Facebook. Our Facebook is growing like never before. And it's so great. Robert writes, Jezebel's everywhere, yeah. Especially in the United States. A big cleansing is coming for the United States. Got to learn your biblical season. I know some people get triggered, but I don't care. I got to do the truth. The only person I got to report to is God. I don't bow down to nothing. To nothing. Ready? I stand by, thought this fell off. I stand by everything I say, okay? And I told you this, in the end of this, we are going to learn a man of principle cannot be moved. And these are the men that we need to rise right now. I'll say it again. Maybe you want to write it down. A man of principle cannot be moved. And that's what this world, people saying, why is this world failing? Okay? Please click the subscribe button. I talk about what's really going on in the world. Not BS spirituality. There's real stuff that's going on, real stuff that needs to be attended to, if you will. You got to show up every single day. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Some of you know that phrase. It really is a true phase. Getting in alignment. Like puzzle pieces. And they fit together. Synergy, synergistic effects. And what is the partnership? It's the divine feminine and divine masculine. That's what it is. You have to do it also inside of you at the balance that is relevant for you. As masculine as I am, I also have to embrace my feminine. The beautiful feminine energies. You have to have it. Otherwise, you're going to be out of balance. You can't be either way. And the more that you are, there's again, click the subscribe button if it calls you. In all three, you have to do it physically. You have to do it mentally. And most importantly, you have to do it spiritually. A lot of people are spiritually lost. But there's a power when you could stand alone. The man that could stand alone is a dangerous man. Yeah. He's able to create brand new timelines. Incorruptible. Yeah. You got to learn this. You got to know it. It's not the easy path. Nothing about this was easy. But we have to rise up with self-respect at this time. This is something that is riveting. We're just having a conversation here. We're talking about these energies, the feelings, the ringing in the ears. But how is that theme of self-respect coming up for you at this time? Have you been disrespected in the past few years? Are you saying enough is enough? This is something that is rising up in the collective, is self-respect. Yeah, please check out my videos on Stoicism. It's the way. It's the proper, it is the required way at this time. Why is it the required way, Uncle Mike? Oh, because we're in spiritual warfare right now. Yeah. Right? No, do it the Stoic way. The problem is, I just call things the way it is. The problem is, not everyone does it. But the more and more you pull back, a lot of people don't have the guts. They don't have the strength to pull back. And that's what I do on this channel. I fix the subconscious mind, get you back in alignment. We need balance. We need alignment. The world is out of, are you seeing it? You say, wow, this is so out of balance. This is so out of alignment. And you are going to have an epiphany. Have you ever had an epiphany? I've had many epiphanies. You were told this, this is the way, this is what you need, this is what you have to do. And then all of a sudden, you have this epiphany, because the more that you expand your consciousness, you learn these new things, all of a sudden, you have this epiphany. And then you say, you're sitting there, you say, I don't even need this crap. Have you ever had that epiphany lately? I don't even need this crap. Did you have it? Let me know. Let us know. Yeah, Jen, it's spiritual alignment 100. Keep it at we keep it at 100 on this channel. We trigger also a lot of fake people. So I'm so grateful if you share it. Keep sharing it. We do a lot of this on Facebook as well. Oh, yeah. And we got the TikToks talking. The talks are talking. Yeah. You're going to have that epiphany. And if you haven't, you're probably going to have that epiphany real soon. And the more you say, wow, I don't need this, it becomes so much easier. One of the things that people can relate to, if you didn't know, I like to make this relevant for the everyday life people. Not so ultra spiritual, complicated. You ever see these people out there? They try to complicate things. And you say, oh, I'm so confused, right? But let's just take finance, for example, okay? When you have these epiphanies, you say, I didn't need, and you start living a simple life. And I know it's been very difficult financially for a lot of people. But what input, output. If your output is not so high, if you don't need a prestige, if you could live a simple life, it actually, and again, we're not putting out that we're living in lack, but if you are able to live a simple life, and you say, I don't need all this. I don't need a Lamborghini to, try to impress. I could just drive a fuel-efficient vehicle like Uncle Mike. I don't care. You ever see these guys? They try to overcompensate. And again, it's not a statement. I do have a friend. He does have a very fancy car. Busts his balls all the time. But the message is I want you to have the Lamborghini. I really do. But the point I'm trying to make is you have to know the season that we're in. Maybe 3 years from now, we could have maybe there's going to be new technology cars. Maybe that's what we're waiting for. Maybe that's what we're waiting for. But the point is, when you don't care, when you have your things that you need, so much easier. There are certain things that really do matter. Oh, it's so powerful to rebuke them, Blanca. I love you, Blanca. I appreciate everyone being here. Yeah, maybe we're going to have the hovercrafts. Maybe we could start moving fast and traveling with ease. Don't you think transportation is outdated? Those that know about the hidden technologies of Nikola Tesla. Where's the hidden technologies of Nikola Tesla? Does anyone know where they are? Where's the hidden technologies of Nikola? I'm asking a question. Someone's got to let me know. I got to ask questions. That's what I do. You following? I got to ask these questions. I got to know it. Aren't you getting so aggravated? The more you know these things, you start getting so aggravated. I gotta spend 10 hours to take this airplane flight. You gotta go there and go through the check and all. It's like 10 hours to do a 2-hour flight. Isn't it crazy? It's outdated. It's outdated. Things got to be, and then honestly, the faster society gets with it, we're actually more productive as a society. How about that? Then we could start traveling around, doing more things, doing more research. So important. Why is it important? Oh, because you need everyday life experience, not just read it in a book. Hands-on experience, okay? I've been sharing it. You got to get your hands dirty, get your feet dirty. Get your feet dirty. Make sure you're walking outside barefoot. Yeah, whenever you can. Yeah, I've been seeing more of these devices, ethereal seer. Yeah. It's about wisdom. It's the Triforce of wisdom. They told you the truth in The Legend of Zelda. You need the Triforce of wisdom. I'm here to tell you, you were lied to. You were lied to. Your dreams, your true soul desires, not desires of, ego. Your true soul desires, they're going to gaslight you. You have been dealt with this over your life. You're able to accomplish all these things when you embrace every fractile of your soul. High Commander or Uncle Mike, Mr. D or Mikey Latz, Mayor Mike or the Archangel. I told you I could come across in any dimension. Embrace every aspect of your soul. I could wear many hats. I am everything. I am everyone. I am everywhere. That's where the power lies. Do you remember? That's what I'm here to do. I'm here for my family, no matter what. No one ever made me lose focus. I will never lose focus. Even if I get nothing, I am a man of principle. Everything that I've ever gone through, all the disrespect, I will keep going. Any dimension, I am everything. Every fractile is here. You need them. That's what the solar flash is. Every fractile. And it is a lot for the human body. You saw what happened to Iron Man. You have all the stones. You had them all. What happened to Iron Man? You have to be prepared. The guy on the beach years ago, he said the preparation to accept. You have to accept it all. Your vessel needs to be able to handle it. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. The preparation to accept. Higher heights. Absolutely, Billy. Higher heights. I love that one. Higher heights. We're going right now. Am I making you feel empowered? I appreciate you. Rosemary Huffer, thank you so much for the support. I'm so grateful. Time travel, baby. We are ready. Oh, baby. Yeah. We're time traveling. We're everywhere. Enlightened Observer, thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Thank you for your voice. I am... Number one, I'm grateful grateful for you. It's my honor to give my voice, and I'm grateful for you. Please share this video. Let's get 1 million people to subscribe to this channel so we can have that voice. I'm grateful for you because you give me a voice. Because true men, okay, you have no idea the power of your voice. You got to get the blue chakra. Look at the blues right on cue. You got to get the blue chakras going. You got to speak. You got to speak without censorship. You got to speak without fear. You got to have voice. Be the voice for the voiceless. It's our #1 YouTube short. Head over to YouTube Shorts, check them out, share them out, share everything. I am very grateful for an army of light warriors across the world. Just take it and share it. You are my Colossus. I am the Wolverine. Okay, you're going to take me and you're going to give me the fastball special. Okay, Wolverine can't fly, but he's got the big Colossus, right? That's you guys, right? Colossus takes Wolverine, boom, and he throws him all the way up to that evil Sentinel, right? And the Wolverine chops it down, right? Some of you know the X-Men. We're like the X-Men. Yeah, we're like the mutants. It's true. Listen. You know, it's so funny. Sometimes I think that character was written about me. I really do. And I've seen it over my journey. I don't age. I've watched people come in. There's always a fresh set. They do the Matrix things. They get broken down. It's all in the ego. Especially the modern woman. I watched this over the years. And I have a couple of friends like me that stayed clean the whole time. We watch the behaviors. And I also see people, I see women out there in their 60s haven't aged. It's true. Stay motivated. And for those modern people that think they're going to go on OnlyFans, I talk about the real stuff that's going on out there, the real crap that's going on out there. Oh, you're going to age very rapidly. Yeah. You got to get back to the normal ways. You got to get back to the proper ways. You got to get back to the proper ways. You smash the like button. A lot of demonic things you see out there, right? There's a difference between doing it or going about your... Listen, we are all going to go out there. We're all going to meet people. We're all going to do things. But certain things come from a different energy. A lot of people are lost. I'm seeing it. I have seen it. I have a small handful of friends. We're all the same. It's really wild. We all kind of look the same. We haven't aged, and it's like we're just observing. And some of us, maybe we're just here to observe. Ultimately, it's none of our place. If humanity fails, humanity fails. But what we are here to do is make sure that the laws of the universe are obeyed. And we're here to make sure that the universal law of free will is obeyed. Besides that, it's up to humanity. Isn't that the truth? Those that know at a deep level understand the words that I'm speaking. 5D consciousness writes definitely. Observers observe. I sit alone most of the time. It's peaceful. A lot of us had to take this this way because it's been kind of crazy out there. Quality is key. Yeah. So I appreciate all of you. Embrace all of who you are. Okay? I never fit into a box. I'm telling you. And weak-minded people attacked me because I don't fit into the spiritual community box. Do you know about the spiritual? Oh, the spirit, get the hell out of here. Get out of here. If you didn't see my video, right, on the dangers of the fake spiritual community, please watch that. It's so important, okay? We are here to burn fear to the ground. There's a lot of people out there, or things, or subconscious programs that actually pump fear. It's not good for you. You got to get the fear out. Alma, thank you so much, Alma. I love you, Alma. I am here for the realness. I love you all, dear soul family. I appreciate you. That is my #1 comment. You could also write, I am just here for the realness. Do you love the realness of this channel? And I'm so grateful if collectively everyone could share. Let's get 1 million people to subscribe to our everyday lives. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Let's get back into balance, people. Let's get back into alignment. Let's embrace the greatest version of ourselves. So powerful right now. And please let us know if the ringing in the ears is going on, because it's really wild. So I love you all. Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. Please connect on all the platforms. Sick and tired. Thank you so much for the support. A lot of us are feeling sick and tired. We're all sick and tired of the nonsense. I am absolutely grateful for you, sick and tired, and I resonate with what your name is putting out there. Much love and blessings to all. I love you, sick and tired. And if you're sick and tired, if you're sick and tired of the fake, please share the shift out of this video. Share the channel. Go to the channel page. We got YouTube Shorts. We got it all. Okay, we're going to show up every day regardless. That's the one thing you're going to have to, it doesn't matter. There's only one thing that you're in control of, and that's showing up every day. It will never change. It highs, the lows, but all you could do is show up every single day. Yeah? I love you all. Keep going, kid.